Please, just talk. Do something. Make a contribution. Do something, god damn it. Fucking speak!
Love and leg drops, bitches.
Peace, love, and leg drops.
Peace, love, and leg drops.
Peace, love, and leg drops. We love to crop. We love to crop. Peace, love, and leg drops.
Peace, love, and leg drops.
Fuck you.
After Party Hangover.
Welcome to the After Party Hangover. I'm your host, Mangrierfield, and this is a show that talks about a show that talks about a show. Today's guest, the Ric Flair of the hashtags of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, hail Julius _ Caesar. What's going on, my man?
What's up, buddy? How you doing tonight?
Sorry about that. What the people don't know is that we went over a ton of subjects and my stupid ass did not hit record. So thank you again, Caesar, for having the patience. But because of this, we're going to skip the AEW NXT recap because I don't want to keep you long.
It's all good.
So today we're going to start talking about the Steel Real After Party episode 99. Is this the end? Props to Bretsky for the intro. He, of course, he has the great Bretsky 99. So they did the 99, had him do the intro. He did a great job. And for this episode, it's been 99, and we're still learning new stuff about the host, about the show. And this episode, I guess they probably explained it before, but I didn't remember. They explained the origin of the Steel Real to Us name. Apparently, it's due to that fat white redneck dude on his YouTube video saying, "It's still real to me, damn it." Were you aware of this?
Yeah. So I'd seen that clip before on YouTube and stuff. And when they were still real to us, before they switched over to the after party, it used to be like the banner photo or the profile pic for the page. I think it was the banner logo for the page. It was always like a picture of that guy right when he said it, because he was like crying. I think he even slapped his leg. So it was like the hit with his hand was in the air. So I always love that clip. It's always funny. Yeah, I didn't know that before they switched over to the after party.
I think it's still neat that after 99 episodes, we're still learning little tidbits of their life. Like Zanko will repeat some stories over the, past couple months, but every now and then you get that little piece of information you didn't know before, like myself. And then they went on to the breakfast debate. French toast versus waffles versus pancakes. What say you, Caesar? What is your favorite?
I'm team cakes all the way. They're quick. They're easy. Flip them once on the plate. Get down with the get down. But if I got to go true Southerner like I am, true black Southerner as I am, if I have chicken at 8:30 in the morning from the leftover family meal, brother got to make some waffles, you know what I'm saying? But I just hate, having to find a waffle maker, or you got to go get a waffle maker. There's no, just quick pan you can buy from, Sears or some shit. But me, personally, it's cakes, then it's waffles, and then French toast. Yeah, I don't care about that. It takes too long to make in the morning.
You can't beat waffles. I mean, come on. Waffles, especially for if you want to capture all that flavor, all the butter, all the syrup, they got those little holes in there for you. That makes it all nice and convenient. And I mean, I Lego my Eggo it, so, because I'm a lazy fat ass. I just throw it in a toaster, breakfast done. Pancakes are too sloppy. You pour the syrup on there, the butter, it melts, it gets all over the plate, barely stays on the pancake. You gotta, dip it into the fucking syrup. Whereas waffles, everything's in a tight little convenient, nice little package, easy to make. And I don't even fuck with French toast, so I gotta go with waffles.
I mean, I feel you, yeah, man. I'm just saying, man, pancakes are right there. I mean, getting messy while eating is like half the fun. I mean, you're throwing syrup and butter everywhere. You can eat it real quick. I mean, the waffles, pancakes, you can, if they're real nice and fluffy, you can just hit with just the fork. Sometimes you got to knife and fork the waffles. I'm just saying pancake man for me. I'm not mad at it. New day.
What is that? What is that Carl's Jr. phrase? If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go. So I understand. I understand. So now we get our weekly Power Rangers reference from Zanka. This time referencing the only way to beat Brock Lesnar is to hit him in the dick. Just like when you kill putties, you hit them in their chest and they explode. Did you watch the Power Rangers growing up?
Yeah, I did, man. That shit's so funny because I remember watching this match and I was like, he's gonna hit this motherfucker in the dick. like I saw it coming. I was like, this is the only way people have matches against Brock. You got to hit him in the dick, get a good bit of offense, and that's how you win the title, or that's how you beat him.
I like how when people hit the low blow on everybody else, it's a heel move. But when they do it to Brock, they're like, well, yeah, you got to hit him in the dick. How else are you going to beat him?
Yeah, the refs should just allow it.
Yeah.
It should be, you get DQ'd, you hit anybody else in the dick. You hit Brock in the dick, though, that's as good as a suplex.
And then we get to, it's always at this point where we get to the uncomfortableness where they start discussing Eric Rowan. Now, of course, they have very different viewpoints on it, and that's what causes all the friction, but I think it's kind of funny listening to the uncomfortableness in the room. It gets Jake so worked up, he actually drops the retard word, because that's how passionate he is about hating Eric Rowan. But on the other side, you have Zanka desperately trying to hang on to this Eric Rowan hype. What say you about Eric Rowan?
Eric Rowan, to me, nothing right now. I guess he's trying to rebuild his character. I mean, I get it. When he wants to compete, he's healthy. He can rebuild his character. That's cool with me. I personally am not enthralled with him like Jake is.
Like
Zanka is. Sorry. But I laugh at it when Zanka's like trying to hard sell Jake like every single week about this Eric Rowan Jake. And if I had to vote, I'm gonna vote to be Agent of Chaos. I'm gonna vote on Zanka's side just to piss Jake off because it definitely makes the pod way better when I'm listening to.
If you notice, the past 3 weeks they've always said the same thing. Zanka goes, "What if there's something mind blowing in that cage? Then you gonna be a fan?" And then Jake goes, "Well, yeah, it has to be amazing. Then I'll be on board." They've said that 3 weeks in a row because Zanka is just desperately trying to get him to join Team Rowan.
I mean, you don't know what's in that cage, though. I mean, he could be right. It could be absolutely mind-blowing what's in that cage. So, I mean, it's like 60-40. I'm 60-40. If there's something amazing in that cage, then I'm with Zanka. But if it's lame, like WWE produces lame stuff, I'm with Jake.
I gotta say, honestly, I bet you that cage is empty. Because WWE doesn't even know what the fuck to do with that shit.
Valid.
Well, then we get to another uncomfortable part. They make it through all the recap and they get to Facebook questions, but they only make it through 4. That's when the argument began that Zanka hates Facebook questions. And then Jake just says, well, fine, fuck it, I won't do it again. And then so the controversial end happens. I was looking at my phone, I was like, wait a minute. They're on question 4 of Facebook questions, and there's only 2 minutes left. Something's wrong here. What did you think when the time was running out?
Yeah, like I looked at it, and I didn't realize when I clicked it. When I looked at it, and I looked at the time, I was like, no way, this is like the shortest podcast they've ever done. This shit isn't right. Like, is it going to keep continuing after it gets to the end? Like, is the timing just messed up the way they uploaded it? Like, I honestly didn't think it was going to end like that when it come to it, because, you know, the rest of the pod went as swimmingly decent as it does. I didn't think it was going to end like that. I thought it was a mistake, or like maybe they just cut it off and they're going to send the second part like tomorrow or something. But yeah, I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Well, I got to tell you, it hasn't been pretty after that, because after the podcast is when Jake started becoming a little rebellious, posting that new logo for the Still Real After Party with the circle through the X through it. And we have the exclusive Hall of Fame chat on Instagram, and they've been snipping at each other the entire week, man. For instance, Jake in the chat said, I may have a micro penis, but at least it's not covered in bouncy ginger herpes like yours. And I guess Zanka took great offense to that because he got somebody to take a picture of himself shitting in Jake's mailbox. I can't imagine Jake's parents were happy when they checked the mail the next morning.
Oh my god! Like somehow Zenka always talks about shitting in weird places. I swear, every like 2 weeks. So this is kind of on par for him. But I mean, I understand you guys are the Hall of Famers and whatnot. But somebody get some screenshots, post it, send it to the army. I want to laugh at half of this shit. I mean, it's funny. I get it. You know, you guys are special. You're breathing rare air, as they say. But you got to let the rest of us know. We don't know what the fuck's going on. Well, we don't even know if we need to tune in next week.
Well, I got
Tuesday.
I got to tell you, I do get peek behind the curtain talking to them during the week. But even I am unaware of what's going to happen and how this is going to turn out. I've been getting multiple messages from listeners saying, "What the fuck? What's going on? Is this for real? Is this a work?" I got to be honest. I don't know. We'll find out. I guess on Tuesday, maybe. But yeah, it's getting ugly. But I mean, it is entertaining. What we gotta provide a service, Cesar.
All right, what we got?
Facebook questions only lasted to number 4, and they never did get to the Instagram questions. So,
right,
as a service to the Steel Real Army, me and you will tackle the Instagram questions for the Steel Real After Party.
Let's do it. Let's do it. OG hashtag champion is ready.
Let's give the people what they want. Okay. You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
First one is Mangraya underline fueled.
All right.
Special thank you to Mr. Tryon for being such a good sport for the SRAP Army predictions punishment. Hashtag thankful. We got one. I know the Army is unaware, but I reached out to several Army members to have the first ever SRAP Army predictions, and the loser would have to post the pictures saying, "I'm a decent loser," and then tag all the other participants saying that they know more about wrestling more than the loser does. And it was me, Styx Adam, and Peter Wayne Kent who chose Team NXT for Survivor Series to win. However, Mr. Tryon picked SmackDown because he's sticking with Roman Reigns, which is understandable, and Roman did come out on top in that match. But overall, NXT took the night. So Mr. Tryon, he did in fact post that, and I just wanted to point out him being such a good sport about that.
Awesome.
And it's actually very fortunate that you're with me on the Instagram questions this week, because the next round of the Tag Team Crumb-Offs is taking place. Booker T and Goldust versus Head Cheese.
This is a battle right here if I've ever seen one.
Now, I know you got a personal interest in this because you chose Booker and Goldust, but can they conquer Al Snow and Steve Blackman?
I'm saying, like, these are two great underdog tag teams that were brought together not because both of them wanted to, but like my man said, one of them wanted to create a team to do something, revitalize the old career, and the other one didn't. And he had to persuade him, trick him even, like, to build this team together to go out and fight for the tag team titles. Now, Steve Blackman and Al Snow, funny, great tag team, good work in the ring. But Booker T and Goldie had way better entertainment value, which is what I hold most personal when I'm watching WWE. It's like, how can you go behind the camera and in the ring? And they even won the tag team titles, and maybe once, but they won them.
Well, like I was telling you before, these two teams have a couple similarities. They both struggled to become a tag team in the beginning because one of them didn't want to be a tag team. And also they were both booked to be comedy acts that got way over.
Yeah.
However, Booker T and Goldust were the only team out of these teams that won the gold. See, Head Cheese did have an opportunity back in 1999 to. They took on the New Age Outlaws. That match ended in a no contest, and Head Cheese never did get another title opportunity. Whereas Booker T and Goldust did win, and I believe they even lasted longer than Head Cheese. So, if you ask me, if you ask my vote, I gotta go with Booker T and Goldie. What do you think?
You got to. You got to. I mean, any man daring enough to put on lingerie and jump into bed with another man and just his drawers, and vice versa. You got to let some dude in lingerie jump into bed with you while you sit there in your drawers. I mean, you got to put those guys over. Just a couple of guys who couldn't even win the tag titles or even get an opportunity again. It's got to be my man Book. It's got to be my man Goldie. Goldie should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Booker already is. Great tag team. They got to advance.
There we go. Booker T and Goldust move on in the tag team crumb-offs. Hashtag thankful for this podcast. Hashtag happy Thanksgiving. Hashtag gobble gobble motherfucker. Wrestling. Oh, wait a minute. _ wrestling boy. Nothing. Hope you have a nice day. That's pretty positive. That's just nice and positive for the boys, I guess.
Yeah, but like they didn't have a nice day. They broke up.
Exactly.
Dick.
Damn it.
Fuck this guy.
Fucking wrestling boy had to jinx it and ruin the podcast for everybody.
He's this motherfucker like that black cat on Monday Night Football, just fucking it up for everybody. And now he done ruined a decent podcast I look forward to every week. And now this motherfucker is probably walking around sitting pretty. Well, got motherfuckers shitting in mailboxes. So, block this motherfucker. Make sure he can't ask questions again. He's out of here. I mean, I don't have Hall of Fame votes. I probably can't do this, but I'm just saying it since I'm running the show right now. Wrestling boy pisses me off. He's out.
Wrestling boy, you better keep your questions either decent or negative, or your ass is getting banished.
Banished.
All right, this next one's a loaded question, but I took notes to help us out. G-Keep01.
There's a perfect woman.
Choose from the Survivor Series men's NXT team only. Okay, let me remind you who's on the team. Keith Lee, Damian Priest, Tommaso Ciampa, Matt Riddle, and Walter. So you gotta pick the bottom half, you gotta pick the middle, and you gotta pick a face you want to look at while you're plowing them. What say you?
All right. Who's got the bigger jugs here, Keith Lee or Walter?
Oh, Walter. Walter's got them C cups. Keith Lee does have B cups, but them big old British tea and scones titties that Walter has. We got to go with Walter's titties on this one.
We gotta go with Walter, man. Keith Lee got the dunk. He got the junk.
Keith Lee got that badonka-donk.
Yeah, he got the junk in the trunk. Got to hit that. And then, so we got to go face. I guess it's the prettiest that I've left.
Well, let's break it down. Damian Priest kind of looks like Danny Trejo back in 1981. Tommaso Ciampa looks like a troll under a bridge. And that beard, that beard's got to smell funky.
It's kind of weird.
And then we got Matt Riddle, who kind of resembles a horse-faced woman. So
right. Yeah, he's got the long hair too. You can pull while you're hitting it from the back. So
and he might look pretty. He might look pretty sucking dick. So we got to pick Matt Riddle top.
Riddle's got that prison mouth, baby. He's got them sweet lips.
Prison mouth. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got Matt Riddle's face. We got Walter's titties and Keith Lee's badonkadonk. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Hashtag decent pod. Hashtag have I missed anything? Hashtag dong on dong. Hashtag Mr. Fuji. Hashtag yowie wowie. Hashtag I'm back. Hashtag man peace. Hashtag thankful for this podcast. Uh-oh. Hold on, GK. Come on now. We got to keep it a little bit more negative than that.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, we got a woman here. Wrestling gal Ruby. Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. A double turn or only heel turn for Seth? I think they answered this. They answered this on Raw, didn't they?
Yeah.
Seth.
Yeah. Seth kind of turned heel. He went against everybody. I mean, he was his heart was in the right place, but he seemed like a dick, like he does on Twitter. So it kind of fits his attitude now. The fans were booing him. I mean, he might as well be heel. And then Kevin Owens, I say when you're using that stunner, you kind of go instant face. People remind of Stone Cold. They love Stone Cold. So, I want to say maybe like a turn and a half. I mean, Kevin was already going that way. But now, like, really trying to battle Seth on Monday, he kind of, like, confirms it. And Seth, yeah, definitely a dick. So I would say heel, yeah.
Well, Zank Chris's question kind of goes with this. He says, if the Authors of Pain align with Seth Rollins, do you guys believe this is a good move for them or a bad one? I feel it can be good. Curious about your thoughts. Yeah, Seth teaming with the AOP, I believe, will be good for all of them because the Authors of Pain have been lost in the shuffle, and it really seems like they don't know what the hell to do with them. And aligning them with Seth, who was a leader of a stable before, I think is a great way to get them all over. And of course, WWE knows how to write for heels better than faces. So keep Kevin Owens face, even though that might not be great for him. And Seth Rollins with AOP heel is only going to be good for them. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to bring up Authors of Pain because I think they kind of got the War Raiders treatment when they came up. And then after, like, one of them got hurt and they had to leave, like, yeah, how do you write them in? You're basically just using the War Raiders as a face to, like, what you had planned for the Authors. So it gets them prominent storyline with a major guy at the top of the card. Maybe they get some main event. I mean, I know, if they do this right, it's Seth as a heel, because even when Seth's wrestling, they'll be out there and you got to worry about them, and then they can literally beat the shit out of anybody, which is a great heel tactic. So I think it's actually a bonus for everyone.
Well, the first mistake they made with the Authors of Pain is they got rid of their grandpa. That was a bad move. And then,
that was a bad move.
Then they had them cutting live promos in the ring, which was another bad move.
Exactly.
So now that they're teamed with Seth and they're doing backstage pre-tape promos, it's nothing but uphill from here for the Authors of Pain. Hashtag thankful for this podcast. Ooh. Come on, Zank Chris. He knows. He's a mega pounder with cheese. He knows better.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
Hashtag decent podcast. Cynic _ chaos. Can you guys include me when you're subjected to use the SRAP Army in a Facebook or Instagram question? I think I'm actually going to ask my first Facebook question this week. Well, Cynic, I believe if you want to be included in the Facebook or Instagram question scenarios, you need to do something to stand out more. And like Cesar, Jake likes his salads. He's multiple-time hashtag champion. He's been on the Hangover twice. See, Julius Caesar is one of the alumni. He's one of the greats in the after party. Well, the still real after party cast of characters. And myself, well, I'm doing the Hangover now, so I got that going for me. Cynic Chaos, we need you to stand out. What do you think? What do you think he could do, Caesar, to stand out?
Well, first I had a follow-up question for Cynic Chaos. Is he a Hall of Famer, or does he stand out every week?
He is not.
The answer is no.
Yeah.
So then the question is no. Kick rocks. Now, yeah, if he does do something to get the notification, to get when, Zank is reading these crazy questions, if you can pop him a couple times or, write some great hashtags or come up with crazy off-the-wall questions. He just needs a gimmick. He's a guy with no gimmick. He's Apollo Crews. Probably has all the talent in the world, no gimmick. So, I mean, he's basically writing that, and we're sitting over here like, why should we care? You got no gimmick, buddy. So
he does have potential, though. He does have potential because he does have the gimmick of being on time. That's a little foot in the door. Yeah. And if my memory serves me correct, he was the first person to shit on the Facebook questions.
Yeah, nobody has. Yeah, you're correct.
Even though he wanted to ask his first Facebook question, but I guess we'll never find out because Jake didn't get to all of them.
And plus, we don't know his real name, so
that's true. Hashtag double dipping. Hashtag double dicking. Hashtag Fuji forever. Hashtag today's my friend's birthday and my nickname for him is Fuji. Hashtag vicious and delicious. Hashtag Britt Baker cameo. Hashtag take me over. Oh, sorry. Hashtag takeover makes WWE pay-per-views their bitch. Hashtag leaning towards Jake as number one host lately. Ooh. Hashtag decent podcast. Hashtag countdown to episode 100. Hashtag Sticks Adam question was weak this week. Ooh, throwing shade at Sticks. There we go. See, if he starts a feud, he starts a feud like Andy and Sam. That'll get his foot in the door.
Little knife fight in the comments. I like it.
Hashtag dumpster daddies. Hashtag Zenka's clench butthole. Hashtag Peter Wayne Kent interview proved he wasn't a serial killer. Hashtag can we just pretend he still is anyway? Hashtag this pod needs a good villain. Hashtag my girl Rhea is killing it. Hashtag I'll marry that bitch. Hashtag on time again. See, there's his gimmick. Hashtag Charlotte is no ass, all chest. Agreed. Hashtag this pod will always and forever be decent at best. And since
so he's aiming for the top villain role. I guess the top heel on the card, they would say, by going to my man Sticks Adams over here, saying the show needs a villain, but then he's hyping up Jake by being number one host, but saying Facebook questions suck.
well, since Sam retired, I guess he's gonna have to take the reins as villain.
Well, yeah, Sam's out, so somebody needs to pop back up and I guess rile up the troops, as they say.
Well, since we're doing the Instagram questions, Cesar, we are gonna go to Andy next. Andy,
all right,
underscore with underscore and underscore. If I were to go Christmas shopping for you guys, pick your poison. Toe socks made from the skin of a superstar of your choice, or a reusable condom made from the superstar of your choice. Middle finger, get off my lawn, NXT. If it wasn't for that wrestling cunt quitting the internet, I would feel like Jake right about now. Spoon emoji. You want me to read your response that's on here?
Yeah, I believe I responded to this one, and that answer still tracks.
Julius underscore Cesar says, condom, easily. So even when I jerk it, feels like sweet bliss every night.
Every night.
You know what?
Just saying.
You know what? I'm going to be different here. I'm going to choose toe socks. Toe socks made out of Killian Dane, that furry hefty bag.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that furry bitch. I swear, man. I swear. You can put them shits on, don't even need shoes, just walk outside in them shits all day long, baby. You're good to go.
Well, hey, man, they'll keep you warm all winter.
All winter. Fucking great.
Savage. Oh, wait. Hashtag Jake is my emotional fart box. I can always tongue punch. Okay. Savage Alpha Foxtrot. And now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Because Jake shamed me last week. Choose how you die. Power bombed off the War Games cage onto spikes. Rest in peace, Adam Cole. Burned alive by Kane's pyro. Or pegged in half by China. Ouch, ouch, and ouch.
Ouch. Well, being a reformed pyro myself, I'm gonna pick the Kane pyro, man. I mean, what a blaze of glory that would be to go out. It's such an epic thing of pyro. Now that they're bringing pyro back, you can have it again. They took it away for so long. But, I mean, that big fireball, like right when you walk out on the ramp on accident or anything, I mean, that'd be the way to go.
Well, shit, you almost had company, too, because you remember when Undertaker came out of the Elimination Chamber and got engulfed in fucking flames? He had to play it off all cool, too. He's like nothing happened.
Crispy as bitch.
Well, I'll go ahead and choose power bombed off the War Games cage onto spikes, circa Mortal Kombat style.
Yeah. Follow-up question. Who would you have powerbomb you off the cage?
Batista.
Yeah, of course. That's what I was thinking.
I want to smell his dick on the way down if it smells like Dana Brooke.
Or at least see how big it is.
Finally, answer the question. It would answer the question finally.
Huge flat.
Hashtag decent pod. Hashtag team NXT. Hashtag sorry Andy. Hashtag you're still my boy though. Hashtag Adam Cole earned his paycheck. Agreed.
Bye bye.
BasketCon _ 786. Wish I could be that guy. What a lucky bastard. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm lost. What guy? Is it according to the picture?
Oh, what was the
Maybe?
picture? Let me see.
Wasn't it Triple H or something?
It was. Oh, it's Otis making out with Fuji with Mandy Rose's body.
Yeah. Well played, guy. Good question.
I
Or comment.
didn't even catch that the first time we did this. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah.
Peter Wayne Kent. Sorry, I'm
That's
double
right.
dipping. Oh, hold on. Let me do that again. Peter Wayne Kent.
It's a serial killer.
Sorry, I'm double dipping. Zanka, since you follow Ring of Honor, what do you think about the recent issues that Joey Mercury has stated? Are you aware of any of this?
No, I haven't been keeping up with Ring of Honor lately. I try to read a bunch of stuff on the internet when I fall too far behind, and I just haven't been keeping up. So yeah, I have no idea what's up with old Joey Mercury here.
Well, I did look it up because I wasn't aware either. On last word on ProWrestling.com, it says Joey Mercury worked as a producer for Ring of Honor, and reports say he was fired for being under the influence because he's a recovering addict alcoholic. But he states he quit due to the conditions of the company, and he put out this long, tons of tweets. You know that Twitter gets everyone in trouble. Well, he must have been drunk tweeting or maybe sober tweeting, but he pointed out security issues. I guess Bully Ray had to separate some fucking drunk fans and wrestlers one time.
Shit.
Lack of head injury protocol, the CTE shit. Kelly Klein got a concussion and they still sent her to work in South Africa. And speaking of Kelly Klein, she is the Woman of Honor champion. And she only makes $24,000 a year. Can you believe that shit?
What the fuck? Teachers make more than that.
I make more than that. I clean toilets for a living. I don't get my head bashed in every night.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to pay to travel. I don't know if they have to pay like WWE, but yeah, I don't pay to travel around the world to get my shit kicked in for $24 grand. Like, you didn't get a job at McDonald's and probably make 18. I mean, what the fuck?
I think Ring of Honor is in trouble. I mean, unless they get some really big stars, they might fade into obscurity. But jeez, man, I hope Kelly Klein gets called to NXT or something because that's bullshit. $24,000 a year, good lord.
Yeah.
Okay, Mister _Tryon.
Oh, we got one.
This one's kind of loaded too, so I took some notes here to help us out. Build your perfect 6-man elimination match using a current WWE superstar. We'll just do these one by one. So go ahead and pick a current WWE superstar.
AJ Styles.
I went with the Viper, Randy Orton.
All right. Nice.
A WWF Attitude Era superstar in their prime.
Hollywood Rock with the leather and the fucking belt and the short hair.
Nice.
Yeah, Hollywood Rock.
With that different intro that he had, the entrance music.
Hell yeah.
I wish he would have used that more. I actually like that one.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I went with Ken Shamrock because nobody remembers him and he might impress us. If it's him in his prime, not now, but him in his prime. NXT superstar. Matt Riddle.
Yeah, Matt Riddle.
I went with the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne.
Nice.
AEW star.
Shit. What did I pick? AEW Pac. The bastard Pac.
Nice. That little guy is fucking awesome.
He's fucking phenomenal.
I went with Darby Allin. He's starting to grow on me. He kind of looks cool. I like the coffin drop finishing move.
Yeah, he needs some high flyers in this match.
A WCW superstar in their prime. I know who you're gonna pick. I already know. I know it.
You gotta go Sting, baby.
I picked the same Stinger. Oh wait, how about you pick the early '90s Sting, and I'll pick the goth Sting.
I bet. Yeah,
There
all
you
right,
go.
I'll take a Fruity Colors thing.
It's a deal. It's a deal. Okay. The forgotten TNA, a TNA superstar in their prime.
In their prime, I got to go with my man who, when he went down there, got in his prime. My man who should be in the Hall of Fame this year. My captain, leader of the Peep Show, Christian.
Captain Charisma, Christian.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go with someone who's not being used that very well. I'm going to go with the TNA version of Samoa Joe.
Nice.
Can you imagine if we actually got to see these matches? We might be able to on the WWE 2K games, but they would be pretty badass.
That shit would be lit, bro. Like, for real.
What title are they fighting for? Any title throughout the history of titles, what do you pick?
You gotta go with the classic. I'm going with the WC Big Gold Belt.
You actually have a couple in common with Mr. Tryon. Let me go with... I'll go with the $1 million title because that wasn't really defended that often, and I think it looks neat.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
What pay-per-view are they fighting at?
I'm going with the old school Hammerstein Ballroom. December to Dismember, ECW.
EC-Dub. All right.
I want the hot crowd for this match. I want the real hot crowd for this match.
Well, you know, I went old school too. You know how they had like 37 in your house pay-per-views? I'm going with the one they dedicated to The Rock. Rock Bottom.
Nice.
That, man, I can't... Well, let me tell you what Tryon's were. Tryon picked Kevin Owens, Stone Cold, Matt Riddle, John Moxley, Scott Steiner, James Storm for the WCW Big Gold Belt at TNA Lockdown.
Nice.
So you guys matched on 2. That was funny.
Yeah.
Hashtag decent podcast. Hashtag Tuesday Night Delight. Hashtag we got one. Hashtag I'm a decent loser. Hashtag decent at best.
Nice.
Bryce Cox 24. What happened to Snitsky? Oops, I mean Sullivan. Yes, I know I spelled Snitsky wrong probably, but you know who I'm referring to.
Yeah, I guess so. Lars should be primed and ready to come back. I mean, it's been how fucking long now? It's been way too long.
At least 6 months. And I remember Zanka did say on last week's podcast he'll return for the Rumble. So we just gotta wait. Yeah. Well, we just gotta wait a month and a half. Lars will be back. He'll cut some promos, and the guys will have new material if they come back.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm gonna leave this one to you, Cesar. It's from Cody Pickens 58. Where do babies come from?
From that sweet nectar in between your mama's legs.
Oh boy, I hope that answered your question, Cody. If not, look it up.
Look at
Matthew J.H. 138, last week's guest on the Hangover. Now that you guys are famous podcasters, when will there be an actual brick and mortar SRAP Hall of Fame? This way I can plan my family vacations around visiting it and paying my respects. Speaking of Hall of Fames, can you please end the argument of who is better, LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
It's Michael Jordan, easy.
Yeah, I grew up watching Michael Jordan, so I would pick him as well. I'm not too familiar with LeBron's work, but I hear he's great.
I would say LeBron's probably a better athlete, but that's with technology and the way shit advances now. But I mean, it's fucking Mike, man. Mike did what he wanted, partied all night, play cards, take people to steak dinner, shoot 36 holes, wake up the next morning, and beat some European team by 58 in the Olympics. I mean, it's Mike, baby. I mean, what you fight that?
Hey, all that's good and fine, Cesar. But Michael Jordan brought back the Hitler mustache. Let's get real here, man. If you can bring back the Hitler mustache, that's already you're in the Hall of Fame just for that. He's the only guy cool enough that can do that.
Yeah, I mean, put him in the Hall for that, man. Everything else, bonus.
Everything else is relative, but bringing back a Hitler mustache, I mean, damn. That's legendary. Well, we got a double dipper again. Peter Wayne Kent.
Sarah Killer.
Who would win in a street fight, Ric Flair or Richard Ramirez?
I do not know who the second guy is, so I would say it's Ric Flair.
Well, I had to do research as well. Richard Ramirez is known as the Night Stalker. He is a Satanist, and he murdered 13 people. He raped 11 women, I'm guessing. And he was sentenced to 19 death sentences.
Jeez, what?
So Ric Flair, he'll sell really good in a street fight, but yeah, Richard's gonna destroy his ass.
Definitely.
Hashtag best decent podcast. Hashtag Taven rules. Hashtag Zanka's #1 host. The Great Gretzky 99.
99.
So we all know how tempting that Thanksgiving turkey stuffing hole is, but there's no other attractive qualities about it. From the SRAP army and cast of characters, pick a face to put on your dream turkey.
Oh man, out of the army, who do I pick? I gotta go for the legendary status, and I gotta go for how many men have conquered Linda's Bush.
Oh my
So
god.
I gotta put Linda's Bush on the front of that turkey while I try to take it to Plowtown, baby. I mean, I gotta try.
That's very risky. Very risky, Cesar, because you know Linda's Bush is gonna bite back.
Hey, look, baby, I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. I mean,
And the story. Don't forget about the story.
and the story. I mean, I gotta risk it, man. I mean, I'm just saying.
Hey, I'd be a stupid man if I passed up this opportunity and didn't nail that Dana Brooke turkey ass. Me and Batista will have something in common.
Damn right, yeah. Fucking Eskimo brothers out here, man.
Hashtag turkeys clench butthole.
Double.
Hashtag TGB is episode 99.
99.
Hashtag 99 minus 30 is 69.
Nice.
Hashtag when Asuka walked out, Natty should have replaced her with her dead dad.
Jesus Christ.
Hashtag decent takes indecent thoughts.
Ooh.
Well, here's that question that Cynic Chaos was very critical of. Sticks Adam. Do you guys think there will be more NXT matches on WWE pay-per-views in the upcoming future? Very normal, very tame question.
Yeah. Actually, I would like it if there was. Maybe not everyone. The big ones, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, WrestleMania, you got to fill that card. You don't need like really dumb gimmick matches. You could just have a couple good NXT matches. Or if you're going to have the battle royals, you should probably add NXT men and women to that.
That's
them
a good idea. Yes.
Add those trophies. They can take those trophies as well. So I would say, yeah, I'd like them at the big four. Maybe not at every single pay per view. Also, the cruiserweight title seems like everybody can fight for it. Tozawa was just on NXT fighting Leo Rush. So yeah, you can add those matches, and then some tag team matches. If there ever is another tag team in NXT Women's, why can't they fight on a Raw or SmackDown pay-per-view, whoever has the belts?
I wouldn't put it past Vince McMahon and Triple H to take more advantage of Adam Cole and make him work every single fucking pay-per-view, every show. Because he brought the ratings. Hashtag, is it just me or is Bailey's booty getting bigger? Hashtag, can't wait till Dakota Kai joins Bailey and forms a new tag team called My Parents Never Got Me the Pony I Wanted When I Was a Teenager. Hashtag micro penis and the megabytes.
So small.
Hashtag don't stop diddling. Hashtag smells like TWG spirit. Hashtag enter Def Lars. Hashtag sweet Bresky oh mine. Hatsky. Hashtag after party hangover. Hashtag APPW. Hashtag Fuji forever. Hashtag Fuji movie. Hashtag keep the change, you filthy Fuji. Hashtag so hot, want to touch the Fuji. Hashtag stop looking at me, Fuji. Hashtag I got a stage 5 Fuji. Hashtag Zanka freshly fingered. Hashtag was that too many hashtags?
Nah, it's kind of late for him. So
He
no?
kept, yeah, we did discuss this earlier. People were kind of crapping on his hashtag, so he changed it up.
Yeah.
Brittany Bomber,
Hey, all right.
where the fuck is Liv Morgan? Do you think Bray Wyatt has her locked in the basement of the Firefly Funhouse, like people are saying?
I mean, in the realm of possibilities, sure, could
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, the Rumble, and as you pointed out earlier, Liv is on Raw and Bray is on SmackDown, so it's gonna be. We're not. I don't know if we're gonna get a tie-in there, but they gotta make the women on Raw, that division, more exciting, and Liv's gotta like completely turn psycho because if you remember, Liv, her last match was against Charlotte, and Charlotte is on Raw, so maybe
Right.
when Liv comes back, she can terrorize Charlotte for what she did, I guess.
Right, and it would give Charlotte, I guess, a storyline to go through, so she doesn't have to like fight for the title or something. So
Yeah, keep her away from the title so she won't have 38 reigns before she retires.
yeah. So that's good. That's good. I like that.
Zach Bear 00 pooped in a shoebox.
What kind of
alright.
shoebox?
I have no idea. I don't know what it's not even a question.
Yeah, it's just pooped in a shoe. What is this guy, like 3?
Is he bragging?
I mean, did he just hit the random buttons in the middle when you wrote poop? Is that what was this one of those?
Why did he pick a shoebox? I mean, that's gonna soak through. He should have picked like a popcorn tin or something.
I mean, something with some dirty, like a fucking mailbox, like we talked about earlier. Something, bro.
Mr. Woodhall, any rumors to at Dakota Kai and at William Regal?
Not that I know of, but I guess. Yeah.
I mean, unless Dakota Kai likes sipping that English tea, if you know what I'm saying. I don't really know. I haven't heard anything.
Man, she got an old man fetish. I mean, William does make the matches. He can make a little hardcore bedroom match.
That's right.
I mean, if you want.
She can sleep her way to the middle.
I'm saying at least.
All right. Guess who's the main event this time?
Oh, shit.
Julius
Is it your boy?
_ Caesar.
Love his salads.
So since this podcast is only decent, I haven't listened to the old episodes. I was wondering, how did Andy with an I become the main event? What did he do to deserve this honor? First person to buy merch? Take you guys to a WWE event? Or pull off a miracle and get Jake laid?
I mean, I just wanted to know. I mean, I figured it had to be get Jake laid. But I thought maybe even Dinka would just come up with a crazy story to be like, they went out and saw some stripper shoot chickens out of her pussy or something, and, Andy caught one or some shit. I don't know. I was just asking a question.
Andy shit in Jake's mailbox first. No, I'm just kidding.
Nice.
I've been listening to the Steel Real podcast for a long time, and Andy predates me with the question asking, and they just, I guess every time they came across his questions, it was like their favorite question because Andy does come up with some great, funny questions to ask. And just from there on, they saved him as the main event. And then the whole Andy versus Sam feud kind of propelled him into superstardom. And now Andy is now known as the main event.
Nice.
Hashtag, yo Jake, what happened to tag team match? Hashtag quit ducking me and Mr. Tryon, your racist, Trump-loving, MAGA hat-wearing some bitch. Hashtag, I'm sorry, I haven't eaten, my sugar's low. Hashtag, Hail Caesar on After Party Hangover. Hashtag, YouTube shit, check it out. Hashtag, oh yeah, cover your nips and shit with SRAP merch. Hashtag, we cool, Jake?
Yeah, so your boy was a little angry when he wrote the question and the hashtags, and by the time I got through that, I realized that you guys just can't get together or pop up a pay-per-view or just something with just one match. You need a full card. And I understand we do this Tuesday. You guys have lives, obviously, on the weekend, even though Tryon asked last Tuesday.
Are you diabetic?
No, I'm not personally. My mom is, so I might be predisposed to it. I just don't haven't had the symptoms or anything. But I just wrote that as a joke, as a make a pounder with cheese. They always make that joke. When guys eat cheeseburgers, big guys eating cheeseburgers that are 10 feet tall. saying you're gonna get fucking diabetes and all that shit. So I just wrote that in.
Well, I was gonna say because we would have had something else in common because I'm type 1 diabetic. I have to fucking when my sugar gets low, I just get cold sweats and I panic. And now it's time for Hail Caesar.
Yeah, so Mangria's asked me to give my comments on the new Intercontinental Championship. Me personally, I think that shit's dope. I think that shit is fresh. The nice gold black design. He's got the side plates now. No more nameplate. Let's get rid of that. I mean, my only thing is, are we going to upgrade the U.S. title like this way? Since all the other titles have side plates now, even the NXT titles, except the tag belts. But whatever. I mean, my shit is that shit's dope. I mean, I actually want to buy one. Especially if you're completing the set. Anyway, but that shit's dope. The old one was cool, but this one's more dope. I want that shit. If you don't like it, don't really give a shit. And if you want to fight about it, see me in the comments if there is comments, because we don't know whether there's a podcast or not. But there we go.
All right, man. Well, that was cool. Thank you. Thank you so much for having this much patience and giving me this much time. We're going to wrap it up. Do you have anything you want to plug, my man?
No, nothing I want to plug. I'm good. I did have a funny joke because I saw a meme that why chick wrestlers, because we talked about this last time, why they get more hot when they turn heel. And somebody wrote that about Dakota Kai somewhere. It got me to laugh. I was going to ask if you've seen that.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's somewhere on Facebook, but it was like, why do WWE chicks always get 800 times hotter when they turn heel? And it was like a picture of heel Dakota Kai. And I was like, I swear me and Mangria talked about that last time I was on the pod. So that should have been funny.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we could have got that.
Did you notice that she still dresses like a 90s backup singer for Paula Abdul?
Yeah, it's just all dark clothes now. That's like bright colors. It's like mostly black with colors on top of it.
She did get a new theme song, though. I noticed that.
Yeah, I noticed the theme song, but I was like, oh, okay, is this what it is? Instead of just like a white background, you just go to a dark background?
Exactly. Well, hopefully they develop her more into a heel with the weeks to come.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thank you for your time. And as always, all hail Linda's Bush.